voice of Master Chief, Spartan 117. And you're tuned in to Next Podcast. Now, wake me when you need me.
Let me go and block this part now.
What is going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Next Podcast, guys.
Oh, yeah.
The panel, oh my goodness, I am pulling my hair out. They are in rare form right now. It is absolutely incredible. What else is incredible? It is incredible to see everybody in the chat. What is going on, people? Good to see you guys. It is Thursday. It is a little bit after 8 p.m., which is prime time. It is time for the Next Podcast, and we got to get into it, guys. We got to get into it, but I got to do the intros first. So I'm going to start out with the man who promotes the double E that you can only get from his OnlyFans. That is right. It is my brother Predator. What is going on, bro?
Oh, shit, you went to me first. You know, we're sponsored by Sweetfish also. And shout out.
I don't want to hear Sweetfish.
Hey, shout out to all you guys out there with the double jointed pussies.
Wow.
If you have one or you see one, then you guys know what I'm talking about.
Use one dirty motherfucker. Whoa.
You're getting demonetized.
So quickly. I'm getting kicked off
right?
YouTube. Yeah.
Hopefully these topics don't bore you, but we excite you. So, welcome to the Next Podcast, guys. We're ready to go tonight. Pull it out, show it to everybody.
I think that was a little big at the topics lineup. I don't know. I
don't know what the topics are, but you know what? We're gonna pull it out. We're gonna show it to everybody. So let's go,
dude. It's as usual. it is tucked inside the DMs. All you have to do is look, and you can see the topics list, bro.
Tucked inside, just like your penis.
Wow. Anyway.
He's got a sweatband on its side.
Next on the list, we are going to the West Coast. That is right. This man is completely enthralled by a $40 timed exclusive. It is the Angry Otter himself, Dark Optimus. What is up, bro?
What's up, man? Hey, I got to play these games as quick as possible because, I'm fucking sinking over here, dude. I got my scuba suit on, while I'm playing these games, dude. You never know, dude. We might be in the sea tomorrow, Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm happy to be here, dude. I'm ready to get into these topics. I saw some of the topics, man. Your topic game has gone low, bro. What's going on, man? What are you doing?
I am. My mind is completely on Halo right now. Ever since I got the invite to the flight.
Yeah.
And at work all day, all I was thinking about, like, I would check on Twitter and
you finally get to play it. Oh, okay.
I would see screenshots and I would see and I'm like, hold on, is it going on right now? Because I'm at work, that can't be possible. But
I think it's supposed to go on tomorrow, right?
That's what
today, 23rd.
I already told them what to do, but that's okay.
I'm not signing in.
I didn't get an extra email.
They already said they're cool with it.
Last time I did that, no, I'm good.
They already said they're cool with it.
Yo, I swear to God, they did. On Saturday all day, getting in on Halo. So
it is timed, so Sam, but you will still be able to play it all day. I mean, it'll just be separated in two chunks, two big chunks, 4-hour chunks. So.
All right. Well, as long as I can stream it for my subscribers and we could get in and actually feel what Halo Infinite is all about, I am down. I can't wait. But like I said, my mind's been all Halo all day. But let's go to somebody else here. Let's see. Let's go up here in New England. Let's hang out in New England, where we have the
Fuck
best
this shit, I'm out.
Yeah. But this man is the creator, the inventor of hashtag Crispy Truth. You either love him or hate him, or you love to hate him. But Crispy Bomb is here. What is up, bro?
What? People don't like that I speak my damn truth? I don't give a shit. I'm sorry. My mentality is my mentality. And you know what? I deal with other people's mentality. I will deal with no one's mentality if you're going to treat me like you have been lately. Stop messaging me. Stop saying stupid shit. Okay? Be a fucking human being and understand that I have my own damn opinion. And if you can't deal with that, kick rocks. That's all I got to say.
Wow, even Crispy's throwing in sound effects. I don't even know what's going on tonight. It's getting crazy.
It sounded like he put down a gun, dude. For a second there, I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yo, Crispy,
that was not me. That was not me.
That was me dropping my dick in the toilet.
Oh shit!
That's pretty dry.
No, people attack what they disagree with. And it's fine to disagree, but call me an asshole, call me a fanboy, call me whatever. I get it completely, but for the love of God, like, understand and read what I actually tweet out. And don't act like an asshole. Like, if you're gonna threaten my life or anything else, you can die in your own grave, because I ain't making it for you. I'm not about that. You're gonna have to come to my house if you're gonna threaten me like that. So come to my house and see how I act. All right.
Come to my window.
I just don't understand why people take it to such an extreme. Like
and you
that,
know what?
dude.
You know what? The worst part is that developers have went through this when they're making an art form. They're making the game they want to, and my lord, like, because they have a certain opinion about what they're making, and a majority of people enjoy it. For the love of God, stop acting like you're better than every human being on this planet. Because at the end of the day, you'll have those people that agree with you, and you'll have other people that disagree with you. But if you can't embrace the disagreement, how can you speak about it? You're not having a logical conversation. You're just having an argument. That's all you're doing.
I've been a part of those the last couple of days, but not on social media, not about games, about real life kind of stuff like that. But Crispy, it's all right, man. This is your safe space. You are free to express yourself as you want here on Next Podcast, and I think the people love you for it every Thursday that come and check out this show. So shout out to those guys. The Next Podcast faithful that are here every week. Thank you so much for your support. But we have somebody else that we need to introduce, and this man has been with me from the beginning. He has been with me before I was even on Twitter, and we were hitting up the Facebook gaming scene. That's right, that long ago. And he is still here. I cannot believe it. I do not understand it, but I will gladly appreciate and take it, because it is K-Mega 405. What is up, brother?
What's happening? That's what friends do, man. People can move on. I mean, have different affiliations, do all different types of things. But the one thing is that I pride myself is that I never turn my back on people unless they turn their back on me. And so I never forget where I came from. It's in how I got to the position that I got to. I mean, it's one of those things where you have to, where you don't try to burn bridges, but you also don't try to be something. You don't ever try to step over people that's helped you. And I'm this is the reason why I'm here, man. I mean, we're friends. if there was any time that I needed to step away or leave or anything like that, I'd tell you. It's just the way it is. But I appreciate it, man, and that's why I'm here, man. We boys, and that ain't going to change. So that's why I'm here. So
no doubt, brother. I am surprised that you haven't stepped away though, considering that we have Crispy Bomb and Dark Optimus on the panel. I'm surprised you haven't said, "Yo, I got."
The only thing that saves this podcast from me leaving is Pred. You know what I'm saying? You brought another brother on the
I thought you were
show.
taking the balls out of your mouth, bro. Like, come on.
It's only twice. You
you
pulled
know.
again.
Well, the one thing that happened was that the balls went in your mouth, so I was just like, okay, cool. Crispy can go ahead
But
and
I
do that.
like it, dude.
I know
Come
you
on.
do. Look at you, big boy. Anyway, so it's good to be here, man, as always. You know what I'm saying? And thank you, Bot. You know what I'm saying? No doubt about it.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
oh my
consider
God.
you.
Okay,
I
okay.
consider you family. I don't know how you feel about that, but
Oh no,
anybody I can call
we
like
didn't know each
you
other
are
forever.
literally
Yeah.
my adopted brother, man. So like,
Yeah,
it
no
is what it is.
doubt, no doubt.
But you get the
know what
good
I'm
and the
saying?
bad when it comes to
But
being
you're
my adopted
still
brother.
a piece
so.
of garbage.
Hey man, that's just with anybody that knows me. You get the good and the bad. Sometimes my mouth
You are
gets ahead of
thick-headed.
me, and
You are
sometimes
very
it don't.
thick-headed,
But
sir.
I am very thick-headed. I am in my ways. I stay in my lane, but I don't try to cause drama or anything like that. But I will talk that shit. That is something that I will do. I don't back down from anyone. So, and I guess that might rub some people the wrong way. I hate that, but because I think that I'm a pretty decent guy. But other than that, man, glad to be here, man. Ready to get started, man. These topics are decent, and so we're gonna make the best out of them. So
Nice. Well, I asked you guys if there was anything important I missed, and all I heard were crickets in the DM.
hey,
But
man, I've been playing. I've been no life in 2K, man. I've been no life in the hell out of
dude,
2K.
I know that
so.
feeling, man. I wanted to
Oh.
get that. And, my player. That's I will no life.
They played my player
player
in like 7 years, and I'm like in here all in. Just that's all I've been playing.
Dude, you wake up, you're
Except
like,
I-
yo,
I
I'm
jumped
getting
in
at
and
least
played.
one game in tonight, like today, at some point.
I'm playing it right now. I'm playing it right now while we speak.
Yo, shout out to Doobie Dar. Yo, Doobie Dar asked, "What's the game with the UFO?" That was Destroy All Humans. Yes, Destroy All Humans, which we are getting a sequel to as well. Really fun game, really funny game. Yo, shout out to Lady Foxfire, who is in the building. That's right, she is in the chat. Invader Gaming is here as well. What is up, guys? Great to see you as well as everybody else. Of course, all Dreadites need to stand up because Dreadpool is here. Shout out to you guys. Yo, if you haven't done it yet, hit that thumbs up button. Share this out on social media wherever you go to talk games. Let people know that this is where they need to be tonight because we are going in on topics. And yes, we are going to be talking about Halo as well. Oh, that right there, man. I think that deserves a thumbs up. And if you want to support the show, you want to support the channel, you can always hit up that super chat or become a member. It's easy. One click, done. But guys, we got to get into the topics here. And I'm going to start with online multiplayer gaming because an article came out where I believe they did a survey and they're claiming that the PlayStation Network actually does not go down as much as Xbox Live does within recent history. And I have to say, there was a day, I think it was a few days ago, where I was having trouble signing in. I couldn't play any of my games. And of course, a lot of the games that I have downloaded are Game Pass games as well. I couldn't play those. So I thought it was an interesting topic, and I want to know what you guys think about this. Do you because when PlayStation Network first started, let's be real, it really was not a performance juggernaut. Like Xbox Live, it was there first. It was there better, consistently since it came out. But I don't. Let's go to K Mega. K Mega. You play on multiple platforms. You play on PC. You play on PlayStation, Xbox, or whatnot. What do you think here? PlayStation Network, has it taken over? Is it more reliable? Is it better than Xbox Live now?
No, that article, I posted it, and it's kind of skewed because it's only done within a year, and then the way that they've done the statistic it's kind of out there. I mean, because if we really wanted to be honest, if they wanted to do a true consensus, then they would go all the way back from the start of this gen, or go back to the gen before with the 360 and the PlayStation 3. But they just only did a 12-month situation. And then the numbers itself is not that far off. It's 63 to 49. And then that's who you talk to, because I've said this a million times. I've had PSN go down on me more than Xbox Live, but it's rare with both of them. Both of them is worked fine. When people are saying, "Oh, PSN is down," I go check, I get in, nothing's going on. When somebody tells me that Xbox Live is down, I go check, I get in, and then that's it. And there's been times that I posted on both occasions where, look, my PSN works, my Xbox Live works. So it's also regional too. And that's another thing too, where that's what I'm saying, it's a little skewed, because if it's all about just those people's region, then what about the rest of the country? Or, and then, like I'm saying, for those numbers to be so low, I mean, if you looked at the chart that they showed in that article, Discord was number one. And we're on Discord right now. And like Xbox was 9th, PlayStation was like 12th or something like that. So it wasn't one of those things. And I can tell you that Twitter has gone down a hell of a lot more than both PlayStation and Xbox. So I wouldn't take account to this and try to use. Of course, I've seen people try to use this as fodder. But again, I will say this: if PlayStation's network is better, then what do you think is the driving force of that, since they only did a year doing this study? That would be Microsoft and being a part of the Azure account or partnership or whatever. So then that should tell you that Microsoft is a hell of a lot more reliable than whoever PlayStation was going to beforehand. So, like I said, it's overblown. Of course, the way that the internet works, everything is going to be overblown. People are going to try to paint any picture that they can to try to say this team is better than the other team. But at the end of the day, it's just a good topic to talk about on podcasts and social media. Nothing more, nothing less.
Well, K-Mega, I will say, at least my experience within recent history, and of course it started, I would say it started before the launch of this generation, before the launch of the Series X and the Series S. There were issues with Xbox Live, and I was trying to tell people, because usually what they do with Xbox Live is they, behind the scenes, they're trying to, kind of like upgrade the system, get it ready for that generation that's coming up. So there was instances with party chats not working, instances where people couldn't sign in, play their games online or whatnot. And I kind of figured that once this generation kind of kicked in, and after a little while, like it would calm down. But do you think that, like, the performance for Xbox Live, do you think it's still at the same level? It's higher, it's lower? Because I feel like within at least recent history, it's definitely had more hiccups than I'm used to, man.
I mean, when Xbox is doing something to try to make a big update, or just in case of point, that what they were doing, but transferring over, from the old gen to the new gen, there were hiccups, like people couldn't go into the store and maybe buy a game, or they couldn't go and look at certain things in the app store. But actually just playing the game, because when you feel about things being down, that's the first thing that people notice, is if they can play the game or not. Now, remember, I know that you had a PlayStation for a little while, but I can remember every time that I was playing something on PlayStation, there would always be something saying down for maintenance, or, I would see people post that things would be down for maintenance, and then I would go check for the most part, and it would be fine. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it seems like the problems are more regional than not. Because maybe just because out here where I'm at, it might be because the population is not
a little
as big.
More spacious over there, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's more spacious.
I'm close to New York City, so
Right. So I mean, yeah, they're bigger metropolitan areas, so therefore they'll probably be more headaches for people. But I like I said, I think it's a little bit of nothing. I mean, I can understand if this was saying like this was 100 to 49, then that would be a pretty big significant gap. But for the gap to just sell 63 to 49, and then people to take it and cap for it, then no. But yeah, there's been hiccups for Xbox, but there's no doubt. But like majorly just having things shut down to where you can't play a game, it's very, very rare. I mean, the two times that I can remember was just about like 2 years ago. There was some kind of some kind of something happened. I don't know. It was crazy. And then of course the Lizard Squad thing that happened way back when in the beginning of the generation because I remember I was trying to play Shadow of Mordor and Tomb Raider, and I just couldn't get in. Like it was just shut down. And I remember that Xbox was shut down for about a week or so, and then PlayStation I think was shut down for 2 weeks to almost a month, I believe. So it is what it is. They both. I personally don't have those type of issues like that. But if somebody else does, I'm not here to tell them that they're right or wrong. I'm just going off for what happens on my end.
I got you, bro. I got you. And yeah, I'm watching the Psychonauts 2 gameplay right there, and I didn't realize that when you get the bowling ball into that position where you can move a section of the road or whatnot, like because there's like green slime all over like the ground and stuff. Like it literally polishes the ball off. Like as you're doing that, that is interesting, guys. Yeah, definitely check out the gameplay. Psychonauts 2. Absolutely love this game, by the way. Absolutely love this game. But let's go to another multi-console owner here. Let's go to Dark Optimus. Now, Dark, you have made it no secret that for a long time you mostly played on your PlayStation when it came down to it. What do you think about this whole thing between Xbox Live, PlayStation Network? What are your experiences with PSN? Do you have a lot of issues where it goes down? What do you think? Do you think PSN is trying to climb that ladder, become number one over Xbox Live, man?
Honestly, man, this type of thing always bothers me about gamers, where they make a big deal out of something that isn't really a big deal. Like the whole Xbox being down or PlayStation being down, and it's like, okay, I understand if you're trying to play multiplayer, but half the time when this shit goes down, it's during the day when majority of people are at work. I don't know what you guys do, but I work, so I don't know, like who's playing at like 12 o'clock in the
hard
afternoon.
for the money.
Like I don't know anybody in where I live who plays at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, yeah, I understand that like right now with the situation that's going on, it's probably happening more prevalently because of the fact that a lot of people are still at
I'm
home.
insulted, Dark. I'm insulted. When on my days off, I'm a daytime gamer. I like
Are you
gaming during the
daytime?
day. Yeah, I like gaming during the day.
See, I game during the nighttime. I don't know why. I just have always enjoyed that more. So I've never really come across that issue as much as I think a lot of people have. I have come across it with PSN a couple times. Never really come across it with Xbox. Like rarely do I ever come across it with Xbox. I think the only time that ever happened was when the Lizard Squad tried to shut it down or shut it down. But at that during that time,
They did
I had everything.
They did shut it down.
Yeah, but every game that I had was already downloaded to my console, so I didn't have to worry about, I mean, yeah, I get it. If you're playing multiplayer, yeah, I understand. You're going to be mad, but for me, like for me, majority I play on single player games, so it doesn't affect me as much as other people. I understand that, but I just think it gets blown out of proportion than it really needs to, because these things are going to happen. these things are going to go down. Like services go down all the time. I mean, how many times has YouTube gone down on us? How many times has freaking Hangouts gone down on us when we were doing Hangouts,
Oh
dude?
my goodness!
Like,
Don't even.
this stuff just happens, and we just have to accept that, because it's going to continue to happen. It's not gonna go away until they figure out a way to make it better. And these internet companies aren't gonna do that because they know that they're just not gonna do it, or even Xbox and PlayStation, they're not going to do it because they know that they can have a easy quick fix, or they can just fix it, and that's the thing I will say about Xbox though, is that they fix it pretty quickly. Like I've never seen like people. I've seen people complain on Twitter, right? And then like an hour later, they're like up again. Like it's just like, okay, you just made it. You just kind of played yourself a little bit there. It's just it's sometimes it's just ridiculous. But I mean, I get it though. Like it is kind of frustrating when you're, especially if you're in a game. That would be more frustrating, I think, if you're like playing a game and you're having like the best game of your life, and then all of a sudden it goes down. That's understandable.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean, I
no,
get
see,
that.
the issues have been, and
Mhm,
I've noticed this. If you're in a game, then you're good.
mhm.
You're good.
Okay.
Like, just don't back out and try try to get into another game or something like that when there are
Really?
issues occurring. Yeah, like when you're
Huh.
in, you're good, but then when you have to go out and then, because you know how every game you kind of
Yeah.
have to sign in with your profile. That seems to be where the issue is a lot of the time. So,
Ah. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that could be frustrating. I understand where it can be. I think sometimes it gets blown out of proportion because it's like it's only like a couple hours, or something like that. I mean, the only time it really affected us is when, like Game Mega said, when the Lizard Squad did their whole DDoSing or whatever that they did, and it was down for like a week, and then I think PlayStation was down for like 3 or 4 weeks or something like that.
dude,
So
speaking of
you know,
DDoSing, yo, me and my son and his friend were in Trials of Osiris, and we got DOSed by somebody on the other team. It kicked me and my
really.
son out and left only one person there. So this way they had a 3 against 1.
Wow, what a fucking sore loser, man. I swear,
I
some
could
of these
not
people,
believe that, man.
some of these people can't fucking lose, man. You know what it is? You know what it is? It's this fucking everybody gets a trophy bullshit. That's what it is, man. I'm not gonna get into it, but that's what it is.
Dude, I
You
kind of
went
want to dive
deep
into
on
that, but I
that
kind
one.
of don't. So I'm gonna skip on that real quick, and I just want to let you guys know the level you're seeing right now in Psychonauts 2, my favorite level so far. Absolutely insane. Psychedelic, trippy, like on acid, freaking awesome level in Psychonauts 2. But let's go to Predator on this one. Yo, Pred, I know you're part of the PC Master Race, so I don't know where, like, Xbox Live. I know you do play on Xbox Live where it affects you, but like, what do you think, man? Do you think the PlayStation network has gotten that much better to where it's equal to, possibly better than Xbox Live, man? What are your thoughts here?
Can't really answer that because I'm in that PC Master Race life, and we don't have those problems over there.
Yeah, yeah.
No, honestly, I don't have a PlayStation anymore, so I can't really. I can't really say, but it wouldn't surprise me if those numbers are a little bit skewed, or um, you know, even if they're factual. Like, you gotta think, like, it's not. It probably isn't by much. If they say that, yeah, it's working better than Xbox Live is, it's probably not by much. I honestly have not had, at least since this generation started, I've not had any problems with getting on Xbox Live whatsoever. Like, I've not had any issues where it's been shut down. If anything, it's individual games and like their servers. Like, if you look back at like Outriders, how fucked up that was. You know, like games like that. It's not an Xbox Live issue. It's more of it's an issue within the game. Like everything else works fine. I can get on and buy games. I can get on and talk and chat and stuff like that with my friends. I can do everything else I'm supposed to do on Xbox Live. It's that individual game server that's been the problem. So, and again, there's a lot of other factors in coming to this too. Like K Mega was saying, like your region, your internet provider. Like my internet's been out before. It's like, you know, like the internet has been completely out in my house, and it's not an Xbox thing. That's the service provider.
Oh, dude, I have
thing. So
I have Optimum Online. Yeah, they definitely they have issues.
So yeah, so like it's like, you know, who are you really trying to blame for your issues? Is it Xbox, or is it your service provider, or is it the actual server for the game that you're playing on? And that, I don't know if that was taken into account either. Like if I'm playing like a multiplayer game, like, you know, Halo.
Yes, say it again.
All right. Halo. And I can't get on.
Halo.
And I can't get online, and it's just a Halo problem, right? It's not like an Xbox problem. It's just Halo. Or like when I can't buy games or download content or chat, that is a Xbox Live problem. There's a difference between the two. Like I can typically play. Okay, I don't know. Let's say again, what was the one game I just said before?
Halo.
You know, no, not Halo.
How about Halo?
If I can't play Halo, but
Yes.
I can play Call of Duty, then obviously that's not a Halo. That's not
Then
a
you should
that's
just
not an
go
Xbox
outside
Live
at
problem.
that point, man. You shouldn't even.
Yeah, or like, you know, like if Destiny servers are down for maintenance or something, or Division, because they go down all the time. Like the Division servers, they go down, right? And it's like, oh, it always seems to happen at the worst fucking moment. Like I'll have like a day off. I'm like, yo, getting up in the morning, I'm playing this fucking game all fucking day. My wife's gone. The cat ain't fucking bothering me. Like I'm doing what I gotta do in the house. I do what I gotta do, and I sit down like fucking 11 o'clock in the morning, fucking 8 o'clock in the morning. Like I'm playing Destiny or Division all day long. No one's gonna fucking bother me. I log on. I start trying to play that shit, and they're down for fucking maintenance for like 4 hours. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know, so
See,
like,
that sounds like Destiny right there, because Destiny.
and
does
you're
the same
pissed,
shit.
but that's not an Xbox Live issue, right? That's a issue within the game. And some people you have to
I hear
you know,
that,
pick
but there
between
have been times with Xbox where you can't log into any game. I think that's more of an Xbox issue at that point in time.
I haven't had this problem though. Like I can honestly say this entire generation, I've not had this problem at all, and that's your shitty internet. And so I've been able.
Well, you
to
also live
upload-
in a place where there are cougars in your backyard, so you know what I'm saying.
It was not a cougar. It was a because we had this conversation. No, it was not mountain lion. It's the same thing. It was a bobcat.
But you're not the 40-year-old virgin.
You know, I mean, I look at it this way. I'm still able to upload videos to OnlyFans for K Mega and his wife.
Phenomenal fee.
You know, and Dark and everything. So like, it's
Dark
not,
works hard for his money, and then he gives it all to Predator. So
that's right. So I mean, I could see where this could actually be true, depending on where you live. You know, depending on like, you know, your service provider, depending on what game you're playing. So I mean, there's a lot of possibilities where this could be a true statement, but you have to see the facts of what they actually use to test, right? So, but I've never had. Again, I don't have a PlayStation anymore, but I really don't hear about either one of them going down as much as they used to before. And I know PlayStation is using it as our servers now, I believe. Is that a true statement? Because I know they were discussing that about a year ago. So if that's the case, then that's a Microsoft issue. It's not an Xbox issue. But I honestly, I can tell you, I've not had any issues getting on Xbox Live. And when I've had, the few times I've had issues, I would just go to PC and play there, and I'm good. So.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. You get PCMR all day. But Crispy, what do you think about this news, about this survey? You heard K Mega, you heard Dark, you heard Predator. I like how K Mega used the whole 12-month thing, because I got to agree with him on that when it comes to the online service. I think you got to go more than 12 months. Go from the beginning of the generation all the way through. Like I feel like that's a small chunk to kind of really evaluate, because one of these companies, one of these services could just have a
Well,
bad year. But what do
can
you
I
think?
establish something with a question to you real quick? Are we talking about the Game Rant article?
I believe so. You're gonna make me go back and check
It's
who
it's
did it.
it's the Game Rant article. They actually, so their entire basis is off of what Toolset said. Toolset is apparently basically an algorithm that evaluates all online services. So, for example, number 1 on their list is Discord. That's what we're using right now. I mean,
Are you guys
let's be
trying
serious.
to get us disconnected? Hey,
It's
Discord's gonna drop.
129 outages within the past 12 months. Then you have Steam after that at 99. Then you have
PC
Instagram.
Master Race there, Pred. Steam.
It's Instagram at 81. Instagram, think about it. YouTube, 65. Microsoft Teams after that at 64. And at 63 is Xbox Live. Then there's Google. Doesn't say anything but Google. I'm assuming it's the search engine.
Yes.
It's the mothership.
58. Then you have Twitter at 54. Then you have PlayStation Network at 49. What I see right here is that a lot of people are ignoring the fact that Xbox continues to put out multiplayer games on a service that is, in some eyes, free compared to what we've paid in the past for games. So, $15 a month for the games I get, a lot of them are multiplayer compared to the others. And we pay the $15. That's it. So, for a multiplayer game, like, this is why I said Halo Infinite. It's smart that they did this, because at the end of the day, you're releasing free to play. That is a big deal. That is a huge deal. Somebody with the PC Master Race can go and download that game and play it immediately if it's multiplayer, which requires a lot of computing power. I'm sorry. Like, it's a joke that these PlayStation crazies sit there and act like they've played a multiplayer game if you're that crazy about it. Because you haven't in fucking 5-6 years, dude. Like, just stop. What would you play? Were you going to say Fortnite, Call of Duty Warzone? What else are you going to say? If you didn't buy it, you ain't playing it. We don't have to do that. It's ridiculous. Like, dude, we like multiplayer. I'm sure everybody on this planet, except for Dark. Dark doesn't really like multiplayer. I will say that.
Dark gets into Halo, though. He gets in multiplayer Halo, so.
Well, there's one thing I could say, the olive branch to him, and be like, dude, like, it's one of those things. Like, dude, you can't do too much. And for once, I look at Microsoft, I look at Xbox, and I say, you're not doing too much. You're actually thinking about the process, because I played too many broken games, but it's because I played with other people or I played online, and it was horrible. And for them to dial back and be like, you know what, we can release the game's gonna be great, but we don't need to have that co-op right off the rip. We need to figure that out. I'm fine with that. I would rather have them do that. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to play co-op with somebody. I'm gonna play by myself.
Bro, we're talking about Xbox Live and PSN. Where are you going right now, sir?
What do you mean? Where am I going? There's
no
PSN.
About, co-op
PSN can have whatever they want. Okay, they could be better. You know what? If it goes down less, I say How many people are playing multiplayer games?
That's
what I say.
That's what I hear. That's a great point. Like when it comes down to it, Xbox is they're known for multiplayer. So I feel when Xbox Live does go down, there's more of a focus on that because
think about this.
it's the multiplayer box.
After Google and Twitter, there's PSN. And they have less people playing multiplayer. I'm sorry, you could tell me they do or don't. I'm fine with that. There's no company telling us, especially PlayStation. PlayStation's like, we sell consoles. That's all they give a shit about. So Microsoft's like, well, we have engagement. Well, you know what? Both are bullshit. I'm sorry. They're both bullshit. Okay? But at the end of the day, if you're below Twitter and Google, and I look at you and I go and say, well, say what? We're on Discord right now. And at the PlayStation crazies, be like, Discord's the greatest thing in the world. Well, guess what? It ain't. Sorry, bro. Like, get your head out of your ass, start acting like a human being, and realize that if you're going to talk trash about Xbox, how about the platform you use half the damn time?
Yo, Crispy, with all that said, I just thought there needs to be a Crispy Bomb shirt where it says the front says "Get your head out of your ass" and the back says "Act like a human
Put it
being."
in mine.
Act like a human
The back
being.
says put it in mine.
Oh no!
Boom.
See, that's Predator's remix
you're getting
of
dirty
that
on me.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to
Yeah,
Dark
put it in
Queen Gaming, otherwise formerly known as Ice Queen Gaming. Yo, happy early birthday to you. I don't know if you guys know this, but Dark Queen will be celebrating her birthday this coming Tuesday. So shout out to you, Dawn. Happy birthday early. Shout out to Mitch. What is going on? How are you, bro? And of course, shout out to Sir X-Man who hit up the super chat. That is right, people. The super chat does indeed work. Sir X-Man showed you. But he says, who wants to play in the daytime with screaming kids? Now, if people just walked in, that could be a weird kind of like out of context statement. But when we were talking about playing during the day, Sir X-Man, when are you around screaming kids, bro? Dude, like your kids growing up, where are you around screaming kids? I don't get that. I don't understand that. Are you saying that they're kids online during the day because they're supposed to be in school, bro?
That he kept his kids locked up in the garage.
But shout out to Sir X-Man. Thank you so much for the support, brother. Definitely love that. But at the end of the day, I think I think in terms of dependability, I think PSN Xbox Live is pretty comparable. I think they have to do a more extensive kind of like research into it to really see which one might be better, and not just for times that it disconnects or you can't log in or stuff like that, but there are definitely other aspects to these services to see which one is actually more stable, more reliable, better performing, stuff like that. And maybe they'll do that at some point in time. But guys, we got to move on. We got to talk about leaderboards, people. People are pissed off about leaderboards right now, or the lack thereof. That is right. We are talking Halo Infinite. And one thing I gotta say, I gotta say this, and shout out to Xbox, shout out to their first party developers, because when it comes down to it, when they talk about transparency and what they're doing with game development, stuff like that, they are completely transparent. You have 343 Industries coming out and letting people know about the co-op instead of just trying to like sweep it under a rug until the game comes out, stuff like that. Well, recently 343 Industries came out and they were talking about leaderboards and how they wanted to have this feature in Halo Infinite. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I don't think leaderboards have ever really been a part of Halo besides the end of the match statistics. like you can go and see the end of the match. You can see like how many headshots, how many kills, stuff like that. But in terms of actual leaderboards, I've never seen leaderboards embedded into a Halo game. Now, guys, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe this would be a new feature in Halo Infinite. And then not only that, but shout out to my brother Neth out there in the Twitterverse, out there in YouTube and such. But he said that the leaderboards that they're talking about are actually from the Halo Infinite Academy, where you go in and you can go in and kind of have like a shooting range type thing with like your sniper rifle, AR stuff that is meant for people to practice. People who don't normally get into Halo, but they're gonna go in and try this one out. They can feel the weapons out. They can get a sense of how to shoot it. All that good stuff. But according to Neth, people are actually this is the Academy leaderboards that they want to have in there, but they're not going to have them at the launch of the game. Now, let's go to Dark Optimus. Dark, you are a Halo fan, and this is one of the few multiplayers that you get into, multiplayer games. I know Battlefield being another one, but what do you think about this with the whole leaderboards thing? Is this getting blown out of proportion? Because I've seen it on Twitter kind of like all day today, and people with fake outrage. Of course, some of it might be real outrage as well. But a lot of people are hanging their hat on this thing, saying it's like the worst news of the day, and I don't see that. But what's your take, bro?
It's just more fanboy fodder, dude. You know that. This is what people do. They're like, they hear something and actually hear the entire story, or they don't hear the entire fact about it. They just run with it and think it's the biggest deal in the world, when really, in actuality, it's probably not. I have other concerns with Halo than leaderboards. You know what I'm saying? Like, or even Forge or co-op. Like, I have my own dealings with the Halo right now that I'm just concerned. I'm still gonna play it, but I'm just concerned, and I have every right to be, to be that way, because I'm a fan of the series, and I want it to be good, man. I want it to be so good that it just
You want
blows
it to be
every.
great.
Yeah, I want it to be great. I want it to blow the fucking doors off of these fucking people that sit here and say Halo is, not what it used to be, or whatever it is, and I'm not sure it's gonna be that, and is that a big deal if it isn't? To me, yeah, kind of, like it is, but it's just another thing for people to just be to talk about and say, you know, oh, this game has this and your game doesn't, basically.
Dark,
And
I'm
yeah, go ahead.
I'm really curious here on what your concern is when it comes to Halo. Like I understand, like you said, it's not a big deal on the co-op thing.
No,
It's not a big deal with the leaderboards. Like it's not a big deal with Forge.
no,
What is your concern? Is it the whole Craig thing in terms of the look?
no. It's
What's
just
going on?
I'm concerned with that we haven't seen too much of Halo's campaign, and I know, and I'm just concerned that, I just want it to be so good. I think I have it built up so much in my head that I want it to be so good that if it's not, I'm gonna be disappointed, and I'm probably gonna be disappointed either way. But I'm still gonna play the game, I did get into the flight this weekend, so I am gonna be
Nice.
playing. Um, and I'll be in there playing, and I think, I mean, from what I've seen of the multiplayer, it looks good, but for me, Halo isn't just about the multiplayer, it's about the story campaign too, and I'm just concerned that, if they don't do the story right, or they don't go in a, because I know that they brought in, um Atriox from Halo Wars 2, but I didn't play that game, so I don't really know that character so much. Am I really even going to gravitate towards that character? I mean, I know that K Mega has played it, and he said that Atriox is a badass and stuff like that, but I don't know that
Dude, you
because
can
I
see it
haven't
right
played
from
that.
the beginning of Halo Wars 2 when they basically
Mhm.
almost wiped out, what was it, 3 Spartans, like,
Mhm.
and that wasn't, like, that was Atriox and his crew. Like, they have
Mhm.
no fear of Spartans whatsoever, man, and like
Mhm.
they are about it. They are about it. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
I know that I know that I've seen things and I've heard things, but it's just I love this franchise so much that it's kind of like, man, I just want it to be really good, and I wanted to honestly, I wanted to shut people up, to be honest with you. Like I really do. And I just don't know if it's gonna do that.
I got you. I got you, bro. Let's bring Crispy into this. Now, Crispy, again, people getting pissed off over leaderboards. I did get confirmation that it is the leaderboards in the training mode, the academy. And before we get to your response, I got to shout out Sir X-Man one more time, hitting up that super chat. And he said Halo 2 had leaderboards for all game types. Facts. I got to go back and check up on that, because even when I played Halo 2. I played Halo 2 Anniversary. Like, I never went to check leaderboards for anything. So I got to check in. I'm not saying you're wrong, Sir X Man. I just want to see it for myself. Crispy, what do you think about this anger out here over the leaderboards? Like, I feel like no matter how transparent and honest 343 is when it comes to this game, which it is going to release, and you can see that it's going to release, and I can kind of see where they're going with this in terms of the content and how this game's going to grow in a predominantly short amount of time when it comes to Forge, co-op, stuff like that. But what do you think about this whole leaderboards thing? Are people blowing this out of proportion, bro?
I mean, leaderboards. We're talking about multiplayer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So think about it. All right. There are
Well,
certain
in
multiplayer games
well,
that
hold
have
on.
went.
In multiplayer, it's not necessary. It's a single player type scenario, but then they have leaderboards that put you up against whatever score you have, up against your
Yeah,
friends,
yeah,
people on
but
Xbox, stuff
you're
like that.
saying about certain, like, so leaderboard separates everything. So you could be, all right, I'm going to Gears, people. Okay, you could be, number one as of now because Gears 5 has reintroduced leaderboards. You could be number one in Guardian and also be number 250,000 in Team Deathmatch. So it's one of those things, like, people enjoy what they want to play. So if you know about Gears, which bot doesn't, by the way, so
Oh
let's
my
let's
goodness.
just get that. Let's throw that out there. If you know about Gears, Guardian and Team Deathmatch are two totally different game modes. So if they're going leaderboards, I actually don't mind that, because at the end of the day, you're still going to have a rank. Because if you're going free to play and everything else, you cannot put people that are just starting the game against people that have played 20 to 30 matches. There's got to be some kind of thing, which we don't know yet. A lot of people are just like, oh, it's going to do this. No, you know what? They could make you go through the whole spiel, like how to play the game multiple times until you kill or do the right things in certain points. You don't know. But all I'm saying is Xbox nowadays is trying to learn from other games. And unfortunately, even though it hurts me, Gears 5 sucks for the multiplayer. It sucks.
Oh.
It really does. And
Wait, what did he just say?
I said Gears 5
Clip it.
sucks for the multiplayer. Gears 4 was better. Okay?
Wow.
It was way better.
I told you
But
that. And
at
you're
the
like, no, it's
same time, I felt like when Gears 5 came out, they were experimenting. And that's something that, you take that L as the coalition, you make the next game better. But at the same time, because Microsoft keeps telling people they talk to each other. Okay? Who's the masters of Unreal Engine? I mean, you could say what you want about the way the game's played, but Gears was a great looking game, if not amazing looking at times. So don't tell me that they don't know what they're doing on certain aspects. But at the same time, they could take some help from some other developers that could make that gameplay even better. And that's because the founders ain't there anymore. But is that a bad thing? I don't see that. I don't. And Halo has brought back a founder that hasn't been there in years. And he is reinvigorated. Statham is gonna do some shit. Like he's gonna make this game as good as he can with the resources he has. And right now they're saying single player, multiplayer. Dude, most games don't even give you a multiplayer nowadays. Or it's co-op, but it's involved in the single player aspect of it. They're doing something that has always been done at Xbox, but people are noticing because it's free to play.
All right, I got you, man. But I will say, like, the leaderboards again were confirmed to be in the academy. Now, the academy, you go and you pick up a sniper rifle. All of a sudden, this kind of like window opens up, and they have like NPCs kind of like running across, and you're supposed to hit, see how many you can hit within a certain time, get a score, and that score is up on your leaderboards. That's pretty much what
That's pretty awesome, dude. If you're good with I'm good with the Nasher. A lot of people are good with the long shot. Guess what? I don't try to involve myself in those leaderboards. That's ridiculous. Now, they come try to involve themselves in the leaderboards when it comes to 2v2 Nasher. You got a problem, dude. I'm going to try. The sniper, it's not for everybody. It's not. So if you got a machine gun or something else, some people will pick the machine gun before the sniper. You know what I mean? So that game mode is not for that person. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it.
I got you, bro. Let's get K Mega into this now. Mega, I'm pretty sure you have some opinions on this, and there's a couple other Halo things as well. But what do you think about this whole leaderboards thing when it comes to the academy? Do you think it's just another thing that people are complaining about? Now, I can see people getting upset over no co-op within the first 3 months of the game. I can see people getting upset over that. With the Forge, for people out there who really go in and create like crazy stuff with Forge, I can see them getting upset. But this whole Academy leaderboards thing, man, I did not expect when this came out that there would be so much drama, bro.
Okay, first off, I need to say something to Crispy. I think the Gears 5 runs better than any Gears that I've ever played. And I played all of them. Now, I mean, listen, you play more Gears than I do. But when it comes to just the actual feel, when I went back and I played Gears multiplayer not that long ago, it was about a month and a half ago, it made me realize of how good it ran. And then I went and played Ultimate probably last year sometime, just because I wanted to. I was trying to compare something, and it ran good. But see, that's the thing about the Gears community and the Halo community. There are the old heads that plays Gears religiously. There's the old community that plays Halo religiously. I've played more Halo from day one more than I played Gears, but I have played them both. But I'm better at Halo than I am at Gears by leaps and bounds. But with that being said, this is the same.
Though.
Oh yeah, very many leaps. You don't want to come in here and get that smoke. You better hope I don't see your beady little eyes.
Where's neighborhood blue shell?
Yeah.
Neighborhood Blue Shell be watching. He knows what happens. Anyway,
I haven't seen him in a couple weeks, by the way, man.
Yeah,
You know,
I
shout
know.
out to him.
I seen him last week. He was on GRG last week. You know, he's been busy. You know, so he's over here. Hopefully, he'll get ready to get prepped
He's
up
like,
because we
I
need to
saw
have
him
that
on
one-on-one.
GRG last week. You know, he might not have been here, but he's hanging out with
People
the
are
GRG
busy,
crew.
man. You know, he's gonna be here to give me some slander, regardless. So, either way, but shout out to him. But no, this the thing for me is that the old community, they want things a certain way that they're used to, that they're familiar with. Like for me with Gears, once they had the Lancer to where you can actually kill some fools decently with it, I'm all for that. Because I'm more used to using a battle rifle in Halo. So I'm like, I want that, you know, like let me have them. And of course, they still have the Nasher to where it will tear your ass up once for the more skilled player come up there and get inside of you and get you with it. So, you know what I'm saying? This is the same problem that goes on with Halo. Is that the old school voice, and even though I am considered one because I've been playing Halo from day one, I still am I like change. I don't mind the developers adapting to you know, some things that they may have seen from other shooters that worked for them. You know, that if these shooters didn't adapt, then we wouldn't have the shooters that we have today. And that all stems from Halo. Halo started the whole console shooter thing. And I mean, if you really want to go further than that, of course, it was the Doom and all that. But the evolution of these games has to keep going forward. We can't keep saying that we want innovation, that we want this, that we want that. And then on the other hand, complain because it doesn't feel like something from 2009. That to me makes no damn sense. And to get back to the point, to the topic, I think that this is another overblown situation from people who don't even give a shit about Halo like that in the first place. It only shows, if anything, that how scared they are of Halo succeeding than anything else. They know that Halo is the creme de la creme. They know that is the game. God of War, Horizon, Final Fantasy, nothing is as on this level except for maybe Spider-Man. And even if you go by going by the game history of Spider-Man ain't even nowhere close to Halo. The character, the comic is greater and more known. But for a video game character and for the video game itself, for it to get this much attention from haters only shows their fear. This is just so overblown. For the people who's making all these points and trying to talk about, well, Halo should be canceled and, you know, at this point it shouldn't even come out because it's so incomplete. Why we only got a little letter from or a little tweet from Naughty Dog about factions? Why? Why are you guys over here trying to hold 343 accountable, but you don't hold Naughty Dog accountable for not bringing in
Dog. The rumor about Naughty Dog is they're bringing factions as DLC with a supposed battle royale for Last of Us
something like that.
2.
Yeah, right. So again, you know, where our bet is with that, I still say that if they'll do something to where it has to be some kind of free to play or something with microtransactions. If not, then I'll have to lose that bet. But more and more likely, it looks like you on the winning side.
Oh, we're getting close. Yeah,
we're getting close. We're getting close. But the fact of it is that listen, they don't have that same energy about that game or about missing content from other games. If they just want to point out with Halo, that's fine. Halo is going to be fine. That is no problem. This also shows to me that Halo they're going all out with this Halo. They're not, this is not going to be small. This isn't going to be a short story, even if the story that they rumored that, well, I've heard from in the so-called insiders from the PlayStation community said it was supposed to be 6 hours, which is BS, but that's fine. Let's say that it is. they're going to have so much more content going forward with future DLCs that it isn't going to matter at the end of the day. The point is that they're going all out, making this a huge game, bigger than Halo has ever been. Not only for making it free to play, but also for the scale, for the story that they're going to be implementing with all the other extra content that they're going to be bringing within the storyline, for the multiplayer. There's been that rumor that came up about there was some kind of somebody found some kind of source code that said that there was supposed to be a 300 battle royale mode in Halo.
Oh yeah, no,
Infinite?
we were getting to that, bro. We were getting to
that.
It's
sorry,
all good. It's all good.
Sorry.
Spoiler alert.
So it's a spoiler. My bad. So the point of all this is that if they're going all out doing all this stuff instead of just doing what they've been traditionally doing, then there is going to be hiccups. This is something that we have been seeing from every company, from every publisher, from every studio for the last couple of years, if not for hell, the whole generation last gen. So this is just the normal. Is it disappointing? Yeah, some things can be disappointing, but a leaderboard, this is what people should say that Halo should cancel or be delayed for a leaderboard. As long as I get the leaderboard is showing how many kills I have at the end of the game, which they show it, so obviously that's there. I'm not caring about who's number one and all that other stuff. I mean, they will have the data for who's doing well and who's not. You know what I'm saying? Overall, in whatever time period that they'll have it. Again, it's an inconvenience. It's not something that is DEFCON 5. So, and again, this is another thing too that's tripping me out is that there was people that was complaining about the beta because the beta might come a little bit later than anticipated because they ran into a snag or something. If it does, it does. It's a beta. If you can't, so hold on, wait a minute. That's a topic itself too, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, never mind. So let me stop there. I was about to go there. So regardless, my whole point is that it's not that big of a deal. It is an inconvenience, but should be doom and gloom for Halo? Absolutely not. If this is again talking points for a group or a community of people who hates that Xbox has anything successful and wants the Xbox's biggest franchise to fail, and as a gamer, is calling yourself a gamer and wanting something to fail for bragging rights shows me that you're not a gamer whatsoever. It shows me that you're just not a gamer. You're on another level with this shit.
How hyped was I for Spider-Man? How hyped was I for Spider-Man?
You was very hyped for Spider-Man.
Came out. Like I wasn't well, this Xbox game, man. No, I was hyped for Spider-Man. I thought Insomniac was gonna blow me away. Unfortunately, they didn't. When it came down to it,
but there'll be other people that'll tell you that they were blown away by the game, and that's fine. I'm not here to tell people what they should like and what they shouldn't like. All I'm saying is this: if you're concerned about the leaderboard, okay, that's fine. But if this is something to where you will say, well, I'm not picking up Halo because of this, or I'm not doing it, okay, then wait while everybody else plays. I mean, so it's just that simple. Like, I mean, if you got a problem with the situation with the co-op and story mode, wait until it comes. If you got a problem with no leaderboards, wait until it comes. If you want Forge day one, wait until it comes. The game is not going to go anywhere. The game will be available at that time, and you can wait and play something else in the meantime. So it is what it is. That's the way to solve the issue. If you
play
have
Halo
that
multiplayer
much
in the meantime, because it's going to be free to play. You just play that until.
But yeah, it is what it is.
Shout out to Sir X-Man hitting up that super chat one more time. He said, the original Halo 2 dude. So I guess like the original had the leaderboards. Shout out to the friendly neighborhood Blue Shell brother. Thank you for hitting up the super chat. You definitely didn't have to do that. I haven't seen you comment in a couple weeks, but then you got me blushing right now because you were just creeping in the background, bro. But shout out to you and supporting the channel with the super chat. He says, being busy playing Tales of Arise. I am not playing that though, but I've heard a lot of good things about that game. So shout out to you. I hope you're enjoying it, man. And it's
I
good to
got
see
it,
you
but
in the chat.
I haven't even booted it up yet. Yeah, I can't wait to play it too. But like I
I
said, this
think
2K
Dark is
has
playing
been
the game actually.
So
Dark, you're playing
great.
Tales of Arise, right? Dark, Dark.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Were you in the middle of playing when I called on you, or
No.
no?
I just forgot I muted my mic.
Oh,
He's
okay.
on my
So he was
OnlyFans.
talking. Yeah. Yo, Predator, what do you think about this whole leaderboard fiasco? Is it a big deal to you, man? What's going on here?
Stupid. So it just, I think Kid Mega said it's just like the fear of this game is like getting people in their feelings right now. So um, every little thing about Halo that comes out, it seems like every single time 343 talks about Halo, it causes a rift in the community over something stupid like this. I get there's been some things that have been not been so well received what they've been doing with the game. The delays, like missing a couple of features, but the leaderboards really we're really gonna complain about the leaderboards right now. I think in some people's head it's like it just seems like there's no good news for this game. Like they're taking things out of the game every single time they talk about Halo. This isn't there, that isn't there, and like you said before, when did we ever have leaderboards? Like so like it isn't something a feature that we're used to having. They've taken out. It's a feature they want to add to the game that's not there at launch. They're going to put in
They
later,
wanted it
and then
there. They wanted it there.
yeah,
They're just
and
not
I'm
getting it
sure
done.
there's a lot of things they like, and you can talk to probably any developer. There's a lot of things people want to put in a game that they can't do at launch because of time constraints, because of just it just isn't ready. They just have the resources to put it in there. Like there's always a. I really wish I could have done that. Like I mean, I can go with me with the Ghost Recon community. I can talk about that community for ages about things they wanted to do with the earlier builds of those games before Future Soldier that they wanted to do and stuff that they were able to finally do with the resources and the newer consoles. Like there's always like, man, I wish we would have had this ability before, but we didn't have it because these consoles weren't able to take it. They weren't able to do it. So there's always going to be that. I wish we could have done this, but we didn't have X, Y, and Z to do it. Whether it's funding, whether it's people, whether it's the systems that we use has some limitations or whatever. So that's always going to be there. And that's something that I'm pretty sure you could talk about any game that's ever been made. You talk to those developers, they're going to say we wanted to do this, but we couldn't because of this. And it usually isn't because it's not that they didn't want to. It's just like they just couldn't. It wasn't possible at the time. So the leaderboards is simple. It's like it's just like it seems like it's just something for people to nitpick at that's not there. They discussed it and it's not going to show up in the build of the game, and they're haters out there just nitpicking on something that it's irrelevant. Like the Halo game itself, the single player portion of it, whether you're playing with friends online or playing couch co-op, the experience is still going to be the same. You're still going to play the same story. So people keep nitpicking at some of the stupidest, smallest, dumbest shit, and it's in like can make sense. It's the fear of this juggernaut coming. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they take out of the game. That game is going to sell like crazy, and everybody knows it. It's like, and they're trying to like. Some people seem like they're just trying to make this game seem less than what it is. Like respect the name. You know what I'm saying? Like put some respect in the Halo name. This shit's gonna sell like crazy. People are gonna love this game when it comes out. They're gonna love the multiplayer. The people who've not been in the flight, they're getting into it this weekend, are going to love the flight. And so um there's no excuse for this shit. Like just let people have things they like instead of trying to knock down everything minute about something. Oh, Halo doesn't have a leaderboards. Halo doesn't have Spartan Locke's armor set. Like, I mean, like, you're gonna find something. You know, it's gonna be something stupid, but there's always gonna be something for these haters out here to complain about to make this game seem like it's less than what it is. And then when it drops and everybody's playing it, the sales are off the fucking chart. They're gonna shut the fuck up at that point. So it's stupid. Just let it go, people. Just stop being dumb.
Pred, I want to stay with you on this, but I'm gonna broaden this topic out a little bit because when it came to Halo and the interview that was just done where they talked about leaderboards and everything like that, one of the guys from 343 said the Halo Infinite service, and people kind of went fucking crazy for lack of a better term. Now we're looking at something that I feel is kind of like pivoting here, where Halo Infinite is going to be a game as a service, and I'm scratching my head wondering why people are trying to create a negative aura around this. Because now, Pred, listen real quick. I'm gonna give you my opinion on this, and I want to hear what you think, because with Halo Infinite going as a game as a service, it's not just the multiplayer, but down the line we are going to get more story content as well. We're gonna get more campaign. It's like getting a sequel, but not having to pay for a sequel. Is what's going on here, and I really see this as one of those games that's going to be the backbone for Game Pass, and we all know Xbox wants everybody subscribing to Game Pass. But seeing new content, new maps, new weapons, new Spartan armor that you can collect in the multiplayer, and then seeing the campaign going from, okay, you got this first Halo Infinite campaign, but then instead of getting Halo Infinite 2, they're gonna have the another campaign come out within this game as a service, basically creating the biggest Halo ever in terms of both multiplayer and campaign. And yet people are trying to make this a negative thing. To me, I don't understand it. Like, any game out there that has both single player and multiplayer, if you turn it into a game as a service, and you do what 343 is saying they're going to do with Halo, I don't think there would be a lot of complaints. I think there would be a lot of people within that fan base, like, absolutely ecstatic that they're going to keep getting more and more of the game and the franchise that they love without having to go the traditional route of waiting 3, 4, 5 years for the sequel, and then kind of going in and going over it again. Like, I see this as the beginning of the biggest Halo ever launched, and I can't believe that people are trying to make it a negative thing, that they're using the term service, and they're basically making it a game as a service. Dude, what do you think about that kind of like change up when it comes to Halo Infinite? Are you down with that? Do you think that this is going to be a really good thing? Because even with our topic of the battle royale, that's a game as a service type feature that is going to be in this. Like, I can see like Halo fans going nuts over all the content that they're going to be getting, within the lifespan of Halo Infinite, man. What do you think here in terms of the whole game as a service thing, and people trying to paint it negative? Are you there? Do you think it's negative, or what do you think, man?
I don't think it's negative. I think it's just something people aren't used to. You think it when it comes in terms of Halo, like, right? So look at some of the games that are doing that now, like Fortnite, Call of Duty, Destiny. Like, they're doing the same thing those companies are doing with their game. They're just making seasons or continuously adding content to make the game bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, or doing things to keep people immersed into the game. So, like, let's say you play Halo for 2 months straight, you get bored of it, you put it down for a month, the next thing you know, like, oh, Halo's got a new update, it's a new map, it's a new part of the story. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna jump back into Halo. And we do it all. I do it with Destiny. I do it with.
I would say ask Bungie about that, because Bungie, Destiny 2 is ranked number 3 right now on Steam because
when did
of
Destiny
that.
2 come out? When did Destiny 2 come out?
Oh damn.
It's been so long you can't
2016,
remember. That,
2017.
yeah, and they're continuously adding content, and we're in 2021 right now. How is that a bad? How is that like a bad way to do things, right? If it's working for everybody else, why wouldn't Halo do it? It's one of the biggest games out there. Did I lose you guys? I heard the chime go off. Hello?
What happened?
Oh, I heard someone. It sounded like someone might have dropped out of Discord for a second. I thought it was me.
Oh really? No, you're still here. I'm still here.
Hold on. Everybody's got. Who left?
Crispy dropped off.
Crispy left. Okay. So Discord went down.
Discord
Go
went
back to our
down for
previous
Crispy.
topic.
Look at
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
He might have fell asleep. But I mean, like, if it's working for Destiny and all these other places like that, like, and if they have a good way to if 343 has a way to do this, and keep it current and fresh, I don't have a problem with it. You're getting new content. You paid, and again, we don't know if they're going to charge for this. I don't think they are for us Xbox, Game Pass subscribers. But like, if you're not, I don't know if they're going to charge for this kind of stuff. But it's supposed to be the multiplayer is free to play, right?
Yeah.
But I look at the Call of Duty version. So like, if Call of Duty, when it comes out with a new season, someone correct me if I'm wrong, do you have to pay for that or no?
Yeah. If you get a new season in Call of Duty, yeah, you have to pay.
Yeah. So I mean, that could be their catch. That could be the way they get you. Like, if it's worth your time, and they may do this with Destiny. I know Destiny, they do that as well.
Destiny,
Every
they do.
new,
Yeah, the seasons are like $10, and
Yeah.
expansions are like 30 to 40.
So-
But lately, they've
So you-
also been in Game Pass too.
No, you can just play it. You could play and earn that season in Call of Duty.
or Call of Duty. Okay.
Call of Duty, yeah. I think you can do the same thing in Destiny too. So
I just want to see how it's implemented. Like, if it's, but the thing is, even if you get, Halo free to play, and then season 2, you got to spend $10-15 on. I mean, like, did you not get your money's worth out of the first season? And like, that got you hooked on that crack, and now you want to come back and play it some more? Like, they're gonna get their money out of you some way. It ain't free. Like, it's like they're gonna get money out of you somehow, where they sell you, certain skins, or like, they're gonna get their money out of you some way. But the game is still gonna be playable for free. It's, if you want that extra shit, you're gonna have to pay for it. And I think that's where I don't understand how they're gonna do that. I don't think anybody knows that yet. But I don't have a problem with the way they're doing things. I was gonna buy Halo and pay it for it anyway, so I don't really give a shit. But I just want to see how it's going to be implemented. I think that's the biggest issue some people are going to have right now going forward. Like, how are they going to do this? Like, is it going to be free, or is it going to be free, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, like, as it goes on. So like, and I would say, at least for me, like, the first half, if it's free and they charge me $30 for season 2, it was probably well worth it, because I probably got a shitload of money's worth out of the first season that would have been, $60 in the first place. But that's just me. Like, I'll throw the other 30 down if I'm really invested in Halo like that. But that's up to each individual gamer to see if they're really interested in playing it long term like that. And there, as big as Halo is, there's going to be people who are into Halo like that, will play it religiously, like you, Xbot. You're gonna drop that $30 down every time a new fucking pack comes out. So,
dude, you see me with seasons of Destiny 2, and I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whenever I get a new season,
Yeah. So I again, I think the biggest issue is how it's going to be implemented. But I still think, I don't have a problem with them trying to recoup some of the money they kind of gave us, in air quotes, for free in the first season. And if they need to recoup that money by getting us hooked on that crack and giving us a little slow bloodline, season 1, season 2, season 3 for 10, 15 here. Here's a new skin. Here's a new map pack. Here's a new, what I don't want them to do is I don't want that arcade Call of Duty it where you're having like dance routines and shit like that. But I almost think that's what's going to happen. Though. So that they did that with Gears as well. Like you have emotes and shit like that. I can
that
see
in
it going.
Destiny as well.
Yeah, and I can almost see them doing that with Halo, and I think that's what's going to end up happening at some point. But I mean, it's going to be a fun game where everybody who's into Halo is going to play it initially. They're going to hate. Some people are just going to hate it in the beginning, but they're going to stick with it and they're going to fall in love with it like they do every other game that comes out like this that people complain about. They fall in love with it eventually, and they get used to it, and all the things they were worried about at the beginning of the launch, it just kind of goes away the wayside. So that's the Halo community for you, though.
Oh, dude, the Halo community, man, it's always fractured. Like they got the old school and the new school, and they're constantly fighting with each other. Um, let's get Dark into this now. Dark, you said you had concerns over Halo Infinite, and I'm not sure if this might be part of the reason that you're talking here. You know, we got 343 developers just basically calling it the Halo Infinite service. I look at that as the potential to be the biggest Halo to ever release, you know, in terms of content and moving forward, you know, added content over time. And I can also see that as a reason why that, you know, when it comes to Halo Infinite, there's not going to be a delay. If they got the core game and the core multiplayer good to go, when it comes to Forge, when it comes to co-op, they'll be able to put that stuff in, you know, relatively quickly when you're looking at the 3 months for co-op, but then 6 months when it comes to Forge. I think they have a plan in place here, and I'm excited for it in terms of it being the biggest Halo, kind of like a Halo universe type game where you have the campaign, but then you have all this other stuff, and they're continuously adding content, possibly battle royale. Dude, what do you think of this? Because there are a lot of people out there, and I think they have kind of like more of an old school mentality. Maybe they're not grasping what could be when it comes to Halo Infinite. But what do you think about this whole service thing, man?
My concern doesn't lie with multiplayer or the service thing. My concern lies with the campaign because Halo 5 fucking sucked. I'm sorry, but it did. I know K Mega loves it, but to me it wasn't good at all to me. So that's where my concern comes from.
So bad they spent 500. They spent almost $250 million onto the next
it's
one.
good to you, man, but it's not good to me.
No. I'm saying, I got you. I'm just saying the game is so, when people say that, which is you guys are entitled to that. That is fine. But the one thing that I hear that cracks me up when they say that Halo 5 was a failure is that failures do not get
failure, though.
Oh no, but yeah, I'm just making that point because I just wanted to just say it. That if it was so much of a failure, they wouldn't have spent $250 million on the next game. Failures don't get that type of money. That's just my point.
Yeah, I don't think it was a failure. I was just very disappointed with the campaign, you know, and I'm hoping that the campaign's good, and I hope that, you know, they do a good job. Here's the problem. Okay. They went from Halo 4, right, which had a great campaign, to a really shitty multiplayer with Halo 4. Then they went to Halo 5 with a shitty campaign and a great multiplayer.
Best multiplayer,
it seemed like
in my opinion.
It is one of the best multiplayers for sure. But that right there is where it's like, okay, well, they haven't really shown me where they can bring both of those together and make it an awesome experience, you know? And hopefully, I really am hoping, and I'm definitely gonna play it. Either way, because I mean it's on Game Pass. Like, you know, like why would I play it? You know, like at that point, like it'd just be stupid not to play it. Like,
yeah, you would literally need to have like a personal gripe,
you know,
against the game
when it comes to the games as a service thing, right? I think if I had if I'm concerned about the if anything, if I'm concerned with the games as a service thing is the fact that if the campaign is incomplete, or I feel like it's incomplete, and then I'm like, okay, they're gonna try to make this as a games as a service. I don't really want Halo to go that route, really, to be honest, because of the fact that I played a lot of Destiny, and don't get me wrong, I love Destiny, and it works for Destiny. I just don't know how it would work in the Halo experience, when it comes to campaign. When it comes to multiplayer, it's a little different story, because it's like, okay, multiplayer, even if it's like kind of like Halo 4's multiplayer, I could still play it, like I could I don't from what I've seen, it doesn't look like Halo 4's multiplayer anyways. So it looks more like Halo 5's multiplayer. And from what I've heard from several people, that if you did play the Halo 5 multiplayer, you kind of fit in with Halo Infinite's multiplayer. So it's not really, so there's like kind of both sides to it, where I feel concerned for the campaign, and if they turn that into a games as a service, so the basically stating that the campaign's going to be incomplete. But if they don't do it like how Destiny did it, like how Destiny 2 did it, or I mean, Destiny 2 kind of had a good story, actually, when it came to the Red War and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, a lot of people didn't like it, but I mean, it was a complete story there, and I just hope that they can do the same with Halo by making it a complete story. And then if they do want to add on content, it's I'm hoping it's better than Destiny in terms of, like, you know their length of content, because sometimes Destiny, man, it doesn't, you pay this $30 and the campaign portion of it's like only like a couple hours, like it's kind of sucks, to be honest with you on that one. But I mean, we'll see what happens with Halo. To be honest, I mean, I have somewhat faith in V343, but it's hard, because I haven't seen them bring them both together yet, and make a really great game with multiplayer and campaign.
I got you. Now, well, with the whole games as a service thing, I understand what you're saying about incomplete campaign. From what I hear, you know, like how there's always stories within stories. Like you have this one story going on, but then you have like this overlying arc. I
Mhm.
know anime does this incredibly, by the way, and shout out to
Mhm.
Mad Skills for getting me into anime. Um, but they have like an overlying arc, but then there's these stories within it. Now, from what I'm hearing, like you're gonna get a lot of the overlying arc, but the story in Halo Infinite deals with your first kind of run in with a a higher banished I forgot his name. I forgot
Atrax?
not Atriox, but one of kind of like one of his people, like one of his soldiers, like right underneath him. And he's old school. He's been around for a long time, but that's gonna be like Chief's kind of like his main rival for that story. But the overlying arc is
Mhm.
Atriox, so you're gonna have Atriox kind of weaved in there as well. But the story, is gonna come to a like a like its climax is going to be between you and Atriox's like subordinate. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then over time you're going to get progression into another campaign that does do the overlying arc, but there's probably going to be another story within that as you're getting closer and closer to fighting Atriox and whoever, because somebody sided with Atriox and we don't know who that is yet. So, like, there's like a
Oh,
story being developed there. There's an overlying arc, but there's going to be stories within it that are going to be like campaign pieces as they go forward. That have a beginning, middle, and end. but they all contribute to that overlying arc of taking out the banished and kind of bringing things, back
Okay.
into perspective. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Which is see, it sounds cool. It sounds good and stuff. I just don't want it to be so much like Destiny. You know what I'm saying? Like, like,
I don't know.
because
Witch
games
Queen,
as a service
Witch Queen's looking
kind of.
pretty good though, bro.
I mean, yeah, it does. I just don't want it to turn into a looter shooter. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, I don't think we're
just,
getting that, man.
I don't want it to go that route. Like, and I'm hoping that it doesn't. But I mean, you just never know. I mean, it's up to the developers and how they want to make their game, and there's nothing I can say or do that'll change their mind.
I got you, bro. I got you. Let's see. Crispy hasn't made it back yet. But we
His
did.
power went out.
Oh, his
That's
power
went
went out.
Yeah.
Uh
Yeah,
oh.
he said that he sounds like
somebody hit Fred's
pole
pole.
or something. Oh, thing.
Uh oh.
Right.
There must be a lot of drinking where he lives. You know
There
what
was
I'm
a lot of OnlyFans going on.
saying?
Yeah, that's what it was. He fucking pulled the router out or something. He's jacking off.
Well, all right. Well, let's go with K Mega on this now. K Mega again. I see the potential here, and it gets really frustrating that there's not a lot more people talking about. I think there's like an old school mentality when it comes to this.
Indeed.
That people want that Halo Infinite and then possibly that Halo Infinite 2 down the road. I see the potential of this becoming the absolute biggest Halo ever released. And of course it's going to be over time as they keep adding content, they keep giving out content to the people who are actively playing the game. But dude, what do you think? Why there's people out there trying to make the whole service aspect kind of like the issue, the bad thing when it comes to Halo Infinite. What do you think about that, bro?
Well, people are just going to have to get used to it because this is the standard that's going to be coming with a lot of these games going forward, especially the bigger titles.
Oh, hold on, real quick, my bad. But Friendly Neighborhood Blue Shell asked a really good question. All right, and shout out to you, brother, a member for almost a year on this channel. Shout out to you. 11 months, bro. One more month and you will be here for a year, brother.
Nice.
He says, I have a question. If a game has campaign DLC, does that mean the original campaign was incomplete? Great question, bro.
No, absolutely not. That was going to be my other point to this, is because Dark alluded to it a little bit, but then yet Dark is still in that old school mentality of how gaming should be, when that's not where gaming is going. With Destiny 2, you had a complete story. The whole Red War was a whole complete story.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that made sense. The one thing that keeps me away from that, I did say, you said, yeah, I said you did, but you also said that you was afraid of this whole, games as a service situation is complete.
I don't like it.
Okay, all right. Well, that's fine. Okay, so the point I'm making though is that this is the direction of where a lot of these games are going. If you haven't paid attention to how we hear certain games are going. Okay, Assassin's Creed Legacy. That's going to be a service type of title. You look at the Marvel Avengers. See, this is the one thing about this that I think people aren't aware of or haven't really thought of or just haven't said out loud publicly. The one thing that game services benefit is when games come out broken, that they can be fixed at a later time. And they could rectify all the problems that they've had. Case in point, look at the Master Chief Collection. That is not a game as a service. But if it was, then I think that they would have had things fixed a lot quicker than what they did at the time when a lot of people thought that the game was dead. By the time that they actually fixed it, the game was what, 10? Yeah. The game was like $10. If it was a games as a service, and that game they would have had no choice but to put all hands on deck to make sure that everything is there. Case in point, I know that we're going to be talking about that here in a little bit about Battlefield. If Battlefield 4 was a game as a service, then that game would have been all hands on deck. If Anthem was a game with a service, which it was supposed to be, but then they was trying to mix it up and do all types of, and it was just a clusterfuck. The one thing that where we have what you see with this new strategy is that now I'm sure that you have to go all in and pay tons and tons of money at the beginning, but you recoup a hell of a lot more money at the ends, and then gamers will be satisfied because then gamers can get their wish with other modes, with extra pieces of storyline that they can add, so forth and so forth. Case in point, the way that Destiny has done it, and how people, because you remember, Destiny 1 was just a standard game. Or I think, no, I'm sorry, wasn't Destiny 1 like a service, or was it a standard? I can't remember. It's been
No,
so
it was a
long.
looter shooter with service. It was a service
Oh,
game.
okay, it was a service game. And but their stories was wrong at the beginning, which made me fall completely out of it. And then they came with what everybody thinks is still one of the best DLCs is Iron Banner. Later on down the line. Now,
Taken King, but
Taken King, a lot of people told me that was Iron Banner. I don't know. But regardless, it made me jump back in and play it. Then that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day about Destiny players themselves. But the whole point of it is that it got people back and excited for Destiny 2. And when you play Destiny 2, it had its story, everything, it had a complete story, and then now they got things that's continuous. Now, there's some stories that some people could like, there's other stories that other people don't like. Now, I think the Osiris story was dope. The one thing that I think that when people get upset about or get concerned about is it going to be just like Destiny? I do not think that the navigation system or the story will be as confusing as Destiny is. I think that's just a Bungie issue, and they just kind of threw everything in a pot and just made gumbo. Halo is going to be, they're going to have a plan to make sure that the places that you're going, the things that you're doing is going to be understood so you can understand more of the lore within Halo itself. I don't think it's going to be anything like that when it comes in regards of Destiny, which is a plus in my opinion. But the one main point, like I said, is that if the game has all these issues or problems or whatever, if it has it being a service, it will be rectified. It will be fixed. And that's the one. And even if, let's say that Halo has a terrible launch, worst launch ever in its history, it didn't even break 1 million. It was that bad. I guarantee you by the time that it gets past its first year, it will be guns blazing because they'll have all the modes.
They'll lose me though, as a fan. And I mean, I know they probably don't care,
but you'll go back. That's the whole thing. That's
no,
what
I won't.
Service do.
Because
yeah, you will.
No, I won't.
You will. You will. Okay.
I'm telling you right now, I said the same thing about NBA 2K. Is my player. The last one I played was about.
He's not a multiplayer gamer like that, so. He'll play a little bit of it. And
no, because it's going to have story modes. That's going to be what's called. He's going to go
but
back.
If the story is already not as good or not good, I'm not going to go back, dude.
How do you know that the story's not going to be good?
Well, that's
I don't
concern.
know that.
That's what
he's
saying.
Where my concern is.
Well, I know that. Okay, but that's the point that I'm saying is that just because this story, like, okay, this big 25-hour story, right? 20 to 25-hour story it did live up to your expectation. You mean to tell me that when they do the DLC for not, let's say if, not for Team Osiris, but for somebody else, you're going to sit here and avoid it because you didn't like the very beginning story?
Yeah.
I mean, I doubt it, but I mean, we'll go to that. We'll get to that point once it's said that, because listen, I said the same thing about certain games. Like I said, NBA 2K, I'm not going to play in players mode. It's garbage.
Unless you guys go like, hey, it's fucking amazing or something like that,
That's
And
the
I
whole
hear
thing.
things that people are like, "Oh my god, dude, you have to
How
do
many
this."
people?
I might
how
go
many
back,
people-
maybe,
Okay,
but
case in point. Case in point. How many people said that they were done with Call of Duty, and then when they went back to Modern Weapons and they got that, how many people went back and bought it? A lot. Now, people. There's some people that say they didn't like Cold War, and there's a lot of people that's really talking bad about Vanguard, and now they're going back to saying, "Oh, I'm not going back to COD. I'm done." But when Modern Warfare dropped, what happened? Damn near almost everybody I know went and picked that up. They might not have picked it up day one, but they went back and they played. They went to pick it up because of the Modern Weapon, the hype. Oh, and then they went in, and they played it, had a feeling about it, and then they were done. Or there's people that's still playing, and then there was other people that bought the next game because they were hyping it. That's where games as a service benefits. COD does it differently because they are annual. Halo is just going to go with the whole Destiny thing, and I'm telling you, it is. If you didn't like the beginning story, which I didn't think that Destiny's story was all that interesting to me. The second, I mean the red thing or whatever,
The Red War.
But yeah, but like I said, I loved Osiris. I love the stuff with what's his name, Gabe or whatever.
Gabe. Oh,
what's his name?
Forsaken. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
one of the
I
best
love Forsaken.
expansions they ever came out with.
And I liked the one with the chick where they went on the in the ice planet.
Shadowkeep.
Yes, no. I didn't like Shadowkeep. Shadowkeep, the ending was
no. He's
very
talking about Mars.
Oh,
Anna Bray.
he's talking about he's talking about
no, not the Mars. The Mars one was really short. No, the one after that, the one where's your favorite planet to
Europa.
go to?
Europa.
Yeah, that one was dope. I like those. I like those three. So as a person that's been hit and miss with Destiny, I found myself going back and buying those because I want to know more about the story.
Dude, Witch Queen's going to be off the hook, bro.
And so will other people. But see, that's the point. There's going to be somebody that's going to say, man, I didn't like any of that, right? Like, only thing I liked was the original story. But if they see that there's Witch King and they're saying, well, holy shit, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try that. Or if they did like what was the one that I said I didn't like from Destiny? The one with the red Shadowkeep. Like, that's the thing where Halo is going. And you may not like the first Halo story, but I guarantee you, if they start talking about Shadow Team, they start talking about Red Team, they talk about Blue Team, they talk about Team Osiris, they talk about others. And then they broaden that universe.
Yo, bro, imagine
that's a lot of guarantees, bro.
Yo,
that's a lot of guarantees, bro.
But that's the whole point. That's why I know that this game won't fail because of that reason.
Yo,
the strategy is sound.
Can you imagine in a part of this overlying arc, one of the stories when it comes to the campaign, it's called Return of the Forerunners.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, that would flip out the entire Halo community. They would gobble that shit up, man.
I am not. If there's one thing, there's two things that I'm not worried about with Halo. One is the story, and two, the multiplayer. I'm not worried about neither one of those. The multiplayer is going. We've already played the multiplayer.
I haven't.
The multiplayer feels right. Well, not you, but the multiplayer plays. The multiplayer feels good. The multiplayer is right. It's got it's what I've been asking for. So for old and new Halo fans to give us that blend. They did that. Now, the only thing they got to do is just deliver on the maps and the modes. Well, we get Big Team Battle next week, and then we get whenever that they're going to drop this one for the Slayer this week. So again, I'm not worried about that. The story itself, it is they're basing this to give Chief his moment. And then they're going to go beyond that. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to kill him off, but they're going to go beyond his moment. And that's where Halo is going to really shine to make the universe even bigger. So I don't have no problem with that. If there's anything that I have a problem with Halo, is that there'll be more delays for other smaller features that people were accustomed to when the game was just, you bought it outright for $60 and then that was it. That's the only concern that I have. But I mean, like I said, those are inconveniences. I don't think the game is going to be a fail by no stretch of the imagination. So I just think that people are taking things and they're overblowing it, and I think that the direction that they're going with this is the future of where gaming is going, and with Halo going this route, it means something. It shows that they want to take this universe way further than what people have anticipated. And some people might be nervous about that and just aren't really used to change like that.
Yeah, I again, like I see this as a lot of potential here. I'm not looking at it as, oh, they're just gonna section off kind of like the campaign. I believe that they're gonna have a beginning, a middle, and an end when when it comes to the campaign. It's just that those campaigns are gonna help fill out an overlying arc that you're gonna get to the end with.
That's what so many people didn't like Halo 5, because it ended the way that it did. It didn't have a complete story to some people, and then it just, of course, the messaging behind the advertising and everything else is what other people are still holding on to or whatever. But those things are the issue. Halo 4 story, there's people that just hate 343, period, even though they're still the people from Bungie left Bungie to go to 343 to help make 343, but they just hate because it doesn't have the Bungie name. And there's people that I've seen that talks about how bad Halo 4 story is, and to me, Halo 4 story is second best out of all the Halo stories for me, because it was so deep. It made Chief not a walking, just big ass robot, just a killing machine. There's
emotion behind it, man.
There's emotion behind it, and friendship and love, whatever the case may be between him and Cortana. I mean, look, that's some freaky shit, but hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But they're tight, and that to me, that is better than anything else that I've seen in Halo, other than Halo 2 story when they brought in the Arbiter, which was absolutely and just detailed and put all that stuff together in just one package. Mm-hmm. Those are my two favorite Halo for sure, story wise. And then it's Reach, and then Halo 5 after that.
We're talking about this. I checked my email again because they said I'm accepted for the flight, and they said, keep your eye on your email for, I guess, the invitation to get the code to kind of like download.
If you're an insider, go into the Insiders Hub, then go into preview, and it should be there, and you can just download it through and they'll have a little section where it says
Halo
or no, the Insider, the Xbox Insiders, the app.
Oh, there's an app.
The Insider Hub app.
The Xbox Insiders thing. And you can go there. Now, if you want to get a code for your PC, that's where you'll get your code from for Steam.
Okay.
So I need to check that and see if I got my Steam code too.
I got you guys. I got you. Well, we are on that 2-hour mark, man. There was a lot of Halo talk. And of course, as more and more comes out, as we get a chance to see the campaign, and that's when Dark's gonna get really excited. I can tell. I know that's gonna happen. Of course, we will get into it more, but these next coming months, I will let you know. In October, my most anticipated game in October is Demon Slayer, which is a multi-plat game. And shout out to my son Mad Skills, who bought me the deluxe edition Demon Slayer, pre-ordered.
You mean your dad bought it for you?
No, my son. He's my 18-year-old son, and he bought me that so he can go in and I can take him out in the fighting game aspect of that. I'm excited for that. But then in November, of course, is Forza Horizon 5, and early December, Halo Infinite drops. Man,
was this all my gameplay on your show tonight?
No. Anytime you looked, it was though.
Dang.
No.
Yeah, I think he did put all your gameplay on here.
No, he put it all on there.
It all looks like shit.
All the Psychonauts 2 was mine. All the Artful Escape was mine. All the Forza Horizon 3 Hot Wheels expansion was
Listen,
mine.
Oh, okay, that's right. That was yours.
You don't
That
have
was-
to explain yourself. It's okay, bro.
Yeah.
No, I put my gameplay in all the time. All right, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Can we say what we're excited for these next couple of months? But
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
only
Go
one.
ahead.
So in October, I'm excited for
Demon Slayer.
Solar Ash.
That's his
in
way of saying
November-
Demon Slayer, people.
in November, I'm excited
Forza Horizon
for
5.
Forza Horizon 5, and in December,
Halo Infinite.
we'll see if Halo Infinite excites me.
So you just had one change in that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. All right. What about you, K Mega? Next 3 months.
Battlefield, if it still comes this year. Demon Slayer for sure.
Oh hell yeah! I can't wait to fight you in that shit, man.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Also, Riders Republic. That game is amazing. Big shout out to Ubisoft, just giving me those old SSX vibes with.
Dang, man, you're getting everything in October, aren't you?
Oh yeah. I'm playing it out. I'm playing it out for sure. And then of course Left 4 Dead, which that's going to be on Game Pass.
Back for Blood.
I mean, Back for Blood.
That's it.
I mean, it's
That's
same
what it
thing.
is. Yeah,
That's
it's
what
the
he
same
said.
thing. But yeah, Back for Blood. Thank you. And then there's a game coming out this month at the end of the month that's called Melty Blood Lumina, and I cannot wait. It's a fighter. It's going to be coming on Xbox for the very first time. That game is an old cult classic back from the PlayStation 2 days. And I'm thrilled for that 2D fighter to come to Xbox after all these years, and so I'm definitely going to support it. Comes out the 30th of this month. So yeah, it's called Melty Blood Lumina. So yeah, go check that out if you're into fighters. So I'm definitely looking forward to that, and of course Halo, for sure. Halo, and Forza Horizon 5.
Oh, Forza Horizon 5, man. It just that looks incredible, bro. And
Yeah.
two new cars that I've wanted in racing games will be in there. The all electric Porsche Taycan and and the new Corvette as well. And I am incredibly excited for that. Yo, shout out to Sir X-Man hitting up that super chat. And he said, K Mega, we wanted a big fight, didn't we? Lock and Chief.
Yeah, man, that was pretty underwhelming. When he broke Chief's helmet, I was like, that's what I'm talking about. You don't step to a brother, mother. Boy, I'm like, boy, you better watch your mouth, Chief. I was ready, and then all of a sudden, Chief did. It was quick, but the showdown before it got to the music,
Lock pussied out. So
Lock
whatever.
would
And
get
so
his
then,
ass beat down
man,
by
Yeah,
117.
Lock would have gotten his ass beat.
if he got beat down, then he wouldn't. Chief came in there thinking like, yeah, I'm Master Chief. I got that helmet crack. Like, oh shit, this dude is for real. And so then he's looking, but the showdown, the music and that doom, man, Halo 5, the best. Boy, I love it. Anyway, but yeah, no, it was pretty underwhelming that they trashed that.
Yo,
So,
shout
but I
out
love
to
it.
the
I love
friendly.
it. I love it.
Shout out to the friendly
love it.
neighborhood Blue Shell. And guys, let me know if you can put the names in here of who he's talking about. He says Forza Horizon 5 must be a certain person in racing, and then my focus will be on Halo Infinite for a certain other person. He says, I fear the racing rival more.
Damn, Fred, I didn't know he was coming after you like that.
Oh,
The disrespect was
really?
real.
Really?
You're talking about me.
Yeah,
Really?
he's talking about you, man.
You come in, Blue Shell. You come in. I'm taking on rivals here. Let's go.
Roger. Hey, man, I hope you get your Ragliest car with not a good paint job, because Bot's gonna definitely scrape some paint.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
true. Bot does he'll knock you off the fucking track if he has
need
to.
to shut the
filthy.
fuck
Yeah,
up,
racing.
all right?
He's a filthy ass racer. He's a dirty
No,
ass
I
racer.
learned.
He is.
I learned that aspect of it from the Don and K Mega, who are the dirtiest racers.
I thought you.
Oh,
I thought you
my
learned it
God.
from spaghetti.
No, do you
chicken
know
or
who the
chicken
dirtiest
spaghetti.
racer I ever raced in Forza was? I'll let you know. You guys want to know?
Who?
Kid Smooth.
Oh.
Kid
Yeah, that sounds
Smooth
about right.
is
That sounds about right.
incredibly
Yeah, I
dirty.
can see that.
Oh,
I can
I
see
can see
that.
that.
yo, he was whining and crying when he wasn't in first place. But yo, he got
Oh,
up
man.
to the first place, dude, and it just started banging with bam, 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 until he got into first, and then he started laughing, and he was joyous, and he like I was like, dude, really,
Was it like when he
dirtiest.
plays Sekiro?
Oh my goodness, man!
I seen something where he was where he I guess he was playing Z in some Madden,
Madden,
and then he
yeah.
lost. But yeah, that was pretty funny. I was like, oh damn, well, so,
It's entertaining. It is.
Yeah.
I don't know if he really gets actually that mad.
No, he does.
I mean,
He does.
no, he does.
He
He
does.
does. That's not a
sometimes,
show. That's
sometimes I
him.
think it's a little bit
No,
acted
No,
out.
we
a
used to
little
be a
bit.
part of the same kind
me
of
and
like
Smooth played NBA
YouTube
Live.
crew, yeah.
We played NBA Live together, man, and dude I was like, damn. I
Yeah.
was like, what? and you know what I'm saying? So yeah. And then when we played the first Titanfall together, that's when I was like, no, this dude's on some bullshit. I know he ain't really like this, but yeah, no. I played a few other games with him, and yeah, no, that is real. That
It
is
definitely
him. That's
it definitely
real.
takes a special person to play a game with him over and over again. So I want to shout out our brother Gaming Addict who does this on a daily basis, who goes in and plays games with Kid Smooth, brother. Yo, you have the patience of a saint, and we all appreciate you. Gaming Addict,
yeah,
man.
Addict is yeah, that's peanut butter and jelly, man, because they are totally different. So
Oh,
yeah,
so
it
the
takes that.
Don was in the chat and he woke up or something because he's calling me a paint swapper right now. Bro,
Wait, me and Don knows, man.
Man,
Look, me
fucking-
and Don
fucking
knows you
bot
probably just as
We'll do
longer
the
than
Detroit
anybody else.
sweep on you, dude. He'll
Yeah,
do the
me and
Detroit
so
sweep.
come on, man. Come on, man.
Yo,
Come
hold
on.
on. Yo, I swear,
Mm.
the way the Don and K Mega are, K Mega would swear up and down that the sky is green and Don would defend him with it. Let's be real.
Wow, what's the problem here, Bot?
Let's be real. I heard that smile on your face where you're like, what's the problem?
Because I think that's funny. Because I'm like, come on, man. We invite you to parties. You act too good to come in and
That
come
is
in and
true.
talk to
Bot.
us.
You act like
Dude,
you how high and mighty. I don't know, man.
Dark comes in, you know what I'm saying? Other people can Megatron will come in, whoever, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
whatever.
down
and
with
we
Dark.
just-
I'm down with Megatron. Yo, you two, like,
And Bot
you two
Buck gives
gang
me
up
shit
on
to
me as
think
soon as
that
I
I
get into a
need-
party.
I need
I don't
red
gang up.
carpet.
You two
Hold on,
gang
wait a
up
minute.
on me as
That's
soon as I get
Don.
into a party, yo.
Don
As
fucks with
soon.
you. I just laugh. I just laugh at it because Don just comes in there and he just start giving you a hard time just because he know he can, and I just laugh at it. But you get mad. You get mad at me. What do I do? I don't get started with you.
You are right there instigating with him, brother. Come on, man. And I don't get
man.
mad.
Come on.
I don't get mad.
I feel like
I just
you're
see the
getting butthurt
street lights
about
on and I
this,
gotta go home.
He is.
That's all.
He is.
Yeah.
he thinks
His
we all
voice
go
is getting
home.
higher.
Move on.
You hear it? It's
Yeah.
all like getting higher and shit.
Let it go.
Yo, Don, we're not
Just let it
fighting
go.
over you, bro. Trust. We're not
Yeah.
fighting over you, man. Shout out to the Don,
Hell
yo.
no.
It's good to see you in
Hell-
the chat, bro.
Hell no, man. I've been dealing with that mayonnaise loving dude for too long. I'm about to sell him.
You're about to sell him.
I'm about to trade him in.
Oh no, it's the ethnic draft, like back in the day with Dave
Ethnic
Chappelle.
draft.
With Dave Chappelle.
Yes, the ethnic draft. We will trade another white brother for another white brother. You know what I'm saying? What y'all got? Oh man, shout out to Don. That damn fool.
But guys, on that note, we've gone overtime here. It is time to wind it down. Yo, shout out to the chat, all you
Gonna
guys,
forget
man.
me like that. It's gonna leave me out and not ask me.
I know.
For
I was
what?
gonna say, man.
I thought
You left him
got
out
you.
for the games that he's gonna play.
You don't
No.
like Halo?
Yeah, you don't like Halo. But nah.
I
All right,
do
yo,
like
my bad,
Halo.
my bad, bro. You get into it,
I
man.
wasn't. Never mind.
Come on.
Forget it now. It's okay.
Are you?
Just
Yeah,
sit here listening. It's fine.
we want to
about
hear
it.
your opinion, sir.
Halo 4
Go, Britt.
secures.
Hey, a little 14.
Wow.
Actually, like Halo, Forza, obviously. You guys kind of forgot about Chorus.
I'll turn it down a little bit so you can speak, so people can hear.
Huh?
There you
What
go.
talking to?
Oh, you couldn't hear it? Oh, never mind.
Oh, we couldn't hear it. Chorus, Battlefield, and I still don't know what's going on with the Gunk and with Crossfire X. I think they're supposed to come out this year, but haven't heard anything about that.
Dude, I'm hyped for the gunk. Want to play it.
Skyrim comes out, special edition. I will probably pick that up again.
Damn.
And what else? I think that's it. There's something I'm missing that I thought about. I can't remember. Was it Back for Blood? Does that come out this week? The next 3 months? Alan Wake. That's the one. Alan Wake Remastered. I think it comes out in
Really?
October.
You're an Alan Wake fan?
Yeah, I love Alan Wake. I'll play that again on PC. Outside of that, like it's pretty much the same thing you guys have all mentioned. But obviously Halo and Battlefield are my two biggest games the rest of the year. I'll dabble in Forza a little bit, straight some paint with Don, and
Yeah, there you go.
that's about it.
There you go. Trade some paint with the Don. Not
Since
Xbox.
we're about to
I
do
don't that.
outros, I'll just do mine first since you were taking forever with getting to me. So we had this plugs in. So
I forgot we were talking about like our most anticipated games, bro. I really did.
I know you just skip right over me.
I like to hear my voice, bro. I do.
The Dawn, and y'all started talking about fucking dildos. Oh, fuck y'all doing,
No,
but,
we weren't. We weren't talking. I'll go back and check, but we weren't talking about that.
Okay. Well, let's see those plugs in.
You guys are goofy as fuck, man. I swear.
Go ahead.
I'm still waiting for the outro.
Let's see those plugs in.
What happened?
We're about to end the show. Let's get the plugs in, man. Go ahead. Say your line.
Like 40-year-old with a comb over. It's time to get those plugs in. We'll start with Predator. Boobs.
Let me let this play out for a minute. All right. Next podcast next week, man. See y'all. Hopefully we get some. Man, I've been waiting for some bombshell news to drop. It feels like it's coming, and it never. It's like it gets me hyped up, and nothing happens every week. So hopefully, you know what typically happens after we finish the show. Like tomorrow will be the news day. We gotta wait a whole fucking week for everything so we can talk about it. But hopefully we get some news here pretty soon. I keep anticipating it, but definitely see you guys next week on the show. So. That's it, man. See you next week.
Nice. And Pred, you know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for more of that Predator gameplay that I could put on the show as well. Just throwing it out there.
I gave you. You played it all last week.
Dude, you gave that to me how many weeks ago?
And you used it for like 3 weeks.
I'm waiting for more. I'm waiting for more. Yeah.
Well,
but
I'll see what I can do.
All right. And let's see. Let's go with the Angry Otter himself. Dark Optimus. Yo, Dark, you made another episode without sinking into the Pacific. It's a streak.
I know, man.
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
That does not get old, man. But yo, Dark, what do you got for an intro, bro? Outro.
Yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter, Dark Optimus. You know, also find on PlayStation and Xbox, same name.
Why say PlayStation like that?
A little bit. Cause, man, it's the home of the Angry Otter. That's where I'm at all the time, 24/7. I don't play on Xbox. I'll never play on Xbox ever again. No, that's not true. Because I'm gonna be playing Forza Horizon.
Series S not too long ago.
Yeah, well, I'm waiting for Forza Horizon 5, Halo, and stuff like that. So I'll be playing on there. But yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, man.
I'm tired. I'm sorry.
I got you, man. I got to work tomorrow too. So let's go to my brother K Mega, bro. What do you got, man? I know you got a show coming up tomorrow. You gotta let people know. But what else is in your outro, brother?
Man, the GRG podcast tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m.
people
Eastern.
Actually watch that show?
Yeah, actually they do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was gone for a couple of weeks. took a little break and was letting the Windows 11 get right. And so looked like everything has been smooth.
K-Mega went to rehab. That's why he was gone for a couple of weeks.
Well, that too. I have been seeing a lot of doctors, but
He gives his podcast members days off and stuff. Takes little breaks and stuff on like this show.
I know. Bot doesn't do that.
Yeah,
for us,
like
does he?
take a break. Yeah, take a break, guys. You know what I'm saying? Relax. But some guys don't come back. Some guys take a break, and then the next thing you know, I don't see them no more. So
come back.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That might happen to y'all.
That's why I got to try to keep the panel together. We got to keep going, man.
Yeah, because you let some Fridays go. Shit, they're like, well, I forgot what it was like. But even no joke. I'm joking aside. But no, check out the GRG podcast every Friday night, man. I've been talking about Fight Night Sunday. I haven't done it in the last couple of weeks. Haven't really been feeling well, but now I feel like the juices is flowing. Things is good, so I will definitely be back. Again to the stream, and me and Don supposed to stream the Aliens game tomorrow night. And what was crazy also is that me and Don did a 3-hour Devin the Gamer earlier this week, and Don's audio was completely messed up on Twitch. So that podcast is dead. So we're gonna have to make that up. And it was a really, 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 it was probably our best Devin the Gamer that we've ever had. The topics was just fantastic. The conversations was fantastic. And of course, that shit sunk like the Titanic. So we'll be doing the Devin the Gamer on my channel. Hopefully maybe Saturday or something. If we could try to squeeze it in for tomorrow, then we'll see if we could do it. If not, then we'll definitely be doing that again. So yeah, check us out. And that's about it, man. You know what I'm saying? Just getting back into the streaming Fight Night Sunday night, 9:30 p.m. Unless Sir X-Man can come in, and he likes to go a little bit earlier. But 9:30 p.m. Central Time Sunday night, man. Yes, I'm going to be playing. One of the games going to be Omen of Sorrow, and then whatever else is on the ticket, man. That game is out and available right now on Xbox for $16. It's on sale, so go and pick that up if you are interested in fighters. It's not bad whatsoever. It's not bad at all.
He's like, that's not bad at all. That's
$16.
Kind of like endorsement. No. It's not bad at all.
And if you got reward points, you can get it like for $6, like I did. So it was so that even make it even more sweeter. And it's not a bad fighting game at all. So yeah, it's all good.
All right, I'm on Xbox Insider and went over to previews. Oh, Halo Infinite Insider! Ha! Join. Continue. Oh, if I could get this downloaded tonight, I don't care if it's bots. I'm playing it. I tell you that.
Oh no, Don, I can't do it tonight. I got to prep up for the podcast.
All right, now check it out. Who on the panel wants to do Crispy Bomb's outro? Anybody? Dark, do you want?
Gears. Gears.
The thing goes.
I think you can find him on Twitter somewhere.
This is Crispy Bomb giving you the crispy truth like Gears.
I think something about crispy truth. Ditto Gears like crazy. I don't know.
Get fucking
that was a perfect and beautiful Crispy Bomb outro, yo. Shout out to Crispy. I guess somebody hit the pole to the power lines outside or something like that. You know, drunk drivers over where he lives. It's
obviously
it's a constant thing, man.
Was it drunk driving or was it OnlyFans?
He's over there getting paid. He's over there getting paid right now. That's why he's fucking.
Wow, guys. On that note, I want to give a huge shout out to the chat. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. We come together every Thursday, panel. Every Thursday, 8 p.m.
Man, we come together if Bot had it on fucking Christmas, man. He would bring us together and shit.
No, we were close to we did like there was Christmas Eve or something like that, and
Yeah, you did Christmas Eve. I was
didn't
like,
do a show. No, I
motherfucker.
didn't do the show. I didn't do the show. I might have gotten a little more
Almost.
ruthless since Dark Optimus joined the show, though. Maybe, but there were holidays. We got holidays off on this show before.
No, you. I remember last year you were like, "Oh, I
Holiday.
forgot. I forgot.
Fucking-
It's Christmas because I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't believe in that pagan holiday."
Oh, I don't sound.
Oh.
That was way too deep of a voice to be me. By the way,
That's true. That's true. I need to get higher pitched. I'm sorry. I can't do that.
Can't. It's not possible. My
Squeeze.
I'd have-
Squeeze. I
I'd
can't
have
either,
to.
but I'm just
I'd
saying.
have to sit on my balls for a little bit.
You gotta squeeze them or put a vice grip on them
wow.
or something. Yeah.
oh, I get to install. I'm installing Halo Infinite Insider.
Did you end this shit, dude, or what?
I know
What are you
you're gonna
doing?
end the show. You're
Yo,
gonna keep talking
we will
about
see you
fucking
guys
Halo.
next week for the next podcast. Have a great night, everybody.
Later.
Peace.
Welcome to the Cum
Oh,
Zone.
oh,
Downs, the voice of Master Chief, Spartan 117. And you're tuned in to next podcast. Now, wake me when you need me.